2020 has been a great year. 2021 has been a good year. It gets harder from here?
It does. I think everyone's trying to sit on the fence by saying it's a year of two halves. So the first half will look this way, the second half will look a different way. But I just think that inflation is going to be more of a problem than the markets have priced. I think the Fed will kind of be dragged to the table of potentially increasing interest rates in 2022. And then we break the back of, what could be a 20-year kind of thought and philosophy in financial markets that inflation only ever goes down, interest rates only ever go down, and therefore it was a one-way bet on risk market. So it could end up being, for certain, more volatile than we've seen for some time.
And so how does that work in with your investment strategy? What would you be recommending to clients to buy or sell?
Well, at the moment, we've maintained a balance between bonds and equities, which means that we're not really fully involved in the big rally that we've seen in equity markets in recent months. I do have a suspicion that we will still have one further rally in equities. So unfortunately, I'm dropping into the camp of a year of two halves, but I think we could start on a strong note, purely because I think Asia makes a comeback from COVID, reinforcing global growth, but it comes at the cost of higher interest rates. And therefore, you've got to be very short duration in your bond market exposure. And in equities, only run with those markets that are going to do well with good following macro news, which is probably a bet on Asia for the first half of next year.
The last hurrah, right, for the markets. Would that show up with the frenzy and the fraud that we're seeing in IPOs? Would that give way first?
I think that we'll still have some follow through. I think part of the problem we've got in markets at the moment is finding value, and everyone will then just go, well, where can I find value? Maybe it's an underpriced IPO, at least in the eye of the beholder. So no, I think IPOs will continue for some time to come. I think there's still a lot of fresh equity of money which is to be deployed as people have taken profits on other things. If you look down a list of recommendations at the moment, most people say overweight, which basically means I like it, but it's expensive. And there are too few buy recommendations out there at the moment. So no, I think IPOs will be okay.